Good evening. I'm Lester Holt, and this is NBC Nightly News. Tonight, the British monarchy is once again facing a crisis, this time emanating from the House of York. The spectre of a tell-all memoir by Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, looms large, threatening to destabilize the already fragile foundations of the institution. Within the gilded walls of Buckingham Palace, a palpable sense of unease prevails. Royal officials are bracing for revelations that could inflict significant damage, potentially rivaling the fallout from past royal scandals. The current situation echoes the anxieties surrounding Princess Diana's explosive 1995 interview, a watershed moment that forced the monarchy to confront uncomfortable truths. It's a stark reminder that, even in the modern age, the weight of history and tradition can be challenged by individual actions. Sarah Ferguson finds herself embroiled in a renewed scandal, fueled by the resurfacing of leaked emails that connect her and her former husband, Prince Andrew, to the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. The situation has rapidly escalated, triggering a series of swift and decisive actions. This resurgence of controversy underscores the enduring power of association and the difficulties of escaping a tarnished past. Prince Andrew has been stripped of his esteemed royal titles, a dramatic fall from grace, and now faces the ignominy of eviction from Royal Lodge, his long-time residence. This move is reminiscent of historical instances where royal favor was withdrawn, leaving individuals to navigate life outside the protective embrace of the crown. Such actions echo the historical precedents where royal status once enjoyed was abruptly revoked due to scandal or misjudgment. Ferguson, too, is bearing the brunt of the fallout. She has been unceremoniously dropped from her affiliations with numerous charitable organizations, a clear signal of her diminished standing within royal circles. A particularly damaging leaked email reveals Ferguson offering an apology to Epstein, further compounding her already precarious predicament. This swift and decisive distancing by charitable organizations underscores the sensitivity surrounding the allegations. Reports indicate that she is actively seeking a new place to call home, having been pointedly excluded from joining Andrew at Sandringham, the royal family's traditional Christmas retreat. This exclusion underscores the depth of the rift and the severity of her current situation. The Sandringham snub, a long-standing tradition, highlights the isolation Ferguson now faces within the royal family. Richard Fitzwilliams, a seasoned royal expert, has issued a stark warning regarding the potential for Fergie's autobiography to inflict severe harm upon the monarchy. At the heart of the matter lies the issue of credibility, with widespread doubts surrounding the veracity of any claims she might make within its pages. Fitzwilliams' warning emphasizes the potential for further reputational damage should the autobiography proceed. Adding another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama, Andrew Loney has alleged that financial motivations underpin Andrew's try. Should Ferguson proceed with a tell-all book, it could unleash a torrent of previously concealed information, potentially causing irreparable damage to the royal family's carefully cultivated image. Loney's allegations raise questions about the underlying motives driving the current crisis. Throughout her public life, Ferguson has demonstrated a penchant for shaping her own narrative, employing autobiographies and novels as tools to craft her desired public persona. However, this time the stakes are considerably higher, given that she has already forfeited her home, title, and a multitude of royal privileges. The fundamental question that hangs heavy in the air is whether Ferguson's word can be trusted. Her history of self-representation adds another layer of intrigue to the potential autobiography. The emergence of those incriminating emails casts a long and ominous shadow, prompting intense scrutiny of her past statements regarding Epstein. The future prospects of Andrew's daughters also hang precariously in the balance. The king's recent actions have ignited questions about their roles within the royal family, particularly in light of Ferguson's past expressions of praise for Epstein. While her team initially asserted that she was coerced, new correspondence has emerged that challenges this narrative. The leaked emails are now prompting a reevaluation of her past statements and associations. Reports suggest that Andrew misled the king regarding the extent of his contact with Epstein, ultimately leading to the stripping of his titles. Both Andrew and Sarah have experienced a significant erosion of their royal connections, struggling to navigate a path forward amidst the foul brewing storm. Some speculate that this crisis served as a catalyst for the king's drastic measures, sending an unequivocal message that their behavior would no longer be tolerated. The king's decisive actions underscore his commitment to safeguarding the monarchy's reputation. While Ferguson's future remains shrouded in uncertainty, she is widely regarded as a survivor, suggesting that she may find avenues to operate discreetly. Certain international circles may still extend a welcoming hand, affording her opportunities to rebuild her life beyond the glare of the royal spotlight. Her resilience suggests that she may find ways to navigate this challenging period, perhaps finding opportunities outside the UK. Republic, a staunchly pro-Republican group, is even contemplating legal action, exploring the possibility of launching a private prosecution against Andrew. Their CEO has voiced criticism of the perceived unequal treatment afforded to royals, underscoring the growing public discontent with the monarchy's handling of the situation. Republic's potential legal action highlights the growing scrutiny of the royal family's conduct. Andrew and Sarah have come to embody precisely what the monarchy seeks: to distance itself from scandal, money, and a sense of entitlement. Buckingham Palace is reportedly gripped by tension as officials grapple with the repercussions of the Yorks' actions and the potential for further damage to the royal family's reputation. The Yorks' actions are now seen as a direct threat to the monarchy's carefully cultivated image. King Charles has acted with decisive swiftness, conveying a clear and unambiguous message to the Yorks that enough is enough. In a symbolic gesture, Ferguson has removed her Duchess title from her social media profiles, now promoting messages of truth and reinvention, hinting at a potential transformation of her public image. Charities have distanced themselves from Ferguson, further isolating her from the royal fold. Ferguson's social media activity suggests an attempt to rebrand herself in the wake of the scandal. Despite this, she was seen attending a funeral alongside Andrew, sparking speculation among royal aides that she is embarking on a reinvention of herself, although the precise contours of this reinvention remain unclear. A tell-all book has the potential to unleash an unpredictable storm, triggering a cascade of revelations and further destabilizing the monarchy. Her continued association with Andrew, despite the circumstances, raises questions about her future plans. Ferguson is reportedly exploring new ventures, including book deals and media appearances, which would signify a complete severing of ties with royal life. Sources claim that she is currently engaged in discussions with publishers, while others suggest that a raw and deeply personal documentary is in the works, promising to unveil the real Sarah Ferguson. Such a project could prove to be explosive and damaging, potentially exposing long-held secrets and further tarnishing the royal family's reputation. While another set of children's books had been planned, their release now appears highly improbable given the current circumstances. These potential media ventures suggest a willingness to break from royal tradition and tell her own story. Speculation also surrounds the possibility of another autobiography, although she has already penned numerous accounts of her life, raising questions about what fresh insights she could offer. Rumors also abound regarding a potential relocation abroad, with Europe or the Middle East cited as possible destinations. This could mark the definitive end of her royal story, liberating her from the constraints of palace control but also relinquishing its protection, leading her to navigate a new chapter of her life beyond the confines of the monarchy. A move abroad could signal a complete break from the royal family and a new beginning for Ferguson. Her next move will ultimately define her legacy, determining whether she will be remembered as a royal rebel or as a figure who brought further turmoil to the House of Windsor. Andrew, now stripped of his title and public duty, may soon find himself without a home, further diminishing his standing in the eyes of the public. He has reportedly been granted several weeks to vacate Royal Lodge, with the property slated to revert to the Crown estate. The future of both Andrew and Sarah hangs in the balance, their actions poised to shape their lasting reputations. While Andrew is expected to relocate to a smaller residence, he is reportedly resisting this move, clinging to the last vestiges of his former royal life. Insiders claim that he is employing stalling tactics and engaging in negotiations, seeking to prolong his stay at Royal Lodge. Andrew's resistance to leaving Royal Lodge highlights his struggle to accept his diminished status. Ferguson once described Epstein as a supreme friend, a statement that now haunts her. Although her spokesperson maintains that she was threatened at the time. At least 6 charities have severed their ties with Ferguson, further isolating her and damaging her reputation. Her past association with Epstein continues to cast a long shadow over her public image. Andrew is acutely aware that relinquishing Royal Lodge signifies the loss of his royal identity, marking a symbolic end to his once privileged existence. Investigations could intensify, potentially unearthing further leaked emails and leading to additional legal challenges. While some reports suggest that he is isolated, Others depict him as defiant, convinced that he has been unfairly treated and quietly plotting a comeback. The king's patience has finally run out, signaling a decisive break from the past. The loss of Royal Lodge represents a significant blow to Andrew's sense of self and his place in the royal family. Andrew is now living on borrowed time, with the countdown to his eviction underway, marking a significant turning point in his life. Ferguson appears to have reached her limit with Andrew, after years of standing by him through numerous scandals and controversies. That loyalty seems to have evaporated, with reports suggesting that she desires no further association with him, seeking to distance herself from his tarnished reputation. Friends suggest that the separation is a strategic move, with Ferguson weary of being dragged down by Andrew's actions. Palace insiders fear that she will distance herself completely, even throwing Andrew under the bus in an attempt to salvage her own reputation, making the prospect of a tell-all book all the more perilous. Having seemingly nothing left to lose, she may be more inclined to divulge damaging secrets. Further revelations could surface, potentially extinguishing any remaining hope of a return to public life for Andrew, further isolating him from the royal family and the public. Will Sarah Ferguson risk everything and tell her story, potentially unleashing a wave of chaos and controversy? Or will the palace intervene, attempting to silence her and safeguard the monarchy's public image? The monarchy's public image hangs precariously in the balance, vulnerable to the potential fallout from Ferguson's actions. The prospect of a tell-all autobiography has plunged the royal family into a state of heightened alert, threatening to expose secrets and further erode public trust. Ferguson's story, shaped by years of scandal and reinvention, could either solidify her legacy as a royal disruptor or inflict lasting damage on the monarchy, leaving an indelible stain on the House of Windsor. The future of the House of York remains uncertain, ensnared in a web of scandal, money and entitlement, with the potential for further revelations and legal challenges looming large. In the end, the unfolding drama surrounding Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew serves as a stark reminder of the enduring power of the monarchy and the ever-present challenges it faces in navigating the complexities of modern life. The coming weeks and months will undoubtedly reveal more about the future of the House of York and its place within the British royal family. And that's the latest on this developing story. We'll continue to follow these events and bring you updates as they become available. For now, this is Lester Holt, wishing you a good night.